Right now, we are just about 7 hours from polls opening in Georgia. Tomorrow is primary day, and voters will be picking the nominees to move on to the general election in November. But before the votes can even be counted here, 3 Republican candidates are suing Secretary of State and Republican candidate for Governor Brad Raffensperger.
So Lieutenant Governor candidate and State Senator Greg Dolezal says the lawsuit is about election transparency, while Raffensperger's campaign says this is all about trying to get more attention. 11 Live's Galat Malamed is live in the streaming center with what the two sides are saying tonight.
The lawsuit has to do with who, if anyone, does state law require be allowed to observe the process of the Secretary of State's office putting out vote totals on election night. Will state election board members and bipartisan poll watchers be inside the Secretary of State's election night operations center? Republican state senator and candidate for lieutenant governor Greg Dolezal argues they should be. Dolezal and 2 other people running for office filed this lawsuit against Secretary of State and Republican candidate for governor Brad Raffensperger Monday.
All that we're trying to do is ensure that we have transparency from the time that a voter walks in the polling place until the time that the results are certified.
Poll watchers observe the vote counting, which is done at the county level. Those numbers then get handed off to the Secretary of State's office. The lawsuit argues election observers and state election board members should be allowed at the Emergency Operations Center, where the Secretary of State's office reports out vote totals.
There's a section of the code, Section 406, that says every part of the election process should be done in public. We'll see what the judges say. It'll be my contention that this is part of the election process.
Raffensperger's campaign put out a statement saying votes are not counted at the Emergency Operations Center, writing in part, the real fight to safeguard the ballot box happens at the local level, inside county election offices and tabulation centers across Georgia. But facts clearly aren't getting in the way of Dolezal's desperate search for press attention and votes. Why today? Why not a week ago, 2 weeks ago, to maybe give the courts a little bit more time to look at this?
Yeah, the state election board has been fighting for this even through the weekend, trying to get answers. And I've been in communication with members of the state election board, and this is an opportunity to try to get this resolved on an emergency basis.
Late tonight, we did check Fulton County online court filings to see if a judge has issued a ruling. So far, they did not, but we will stay on top of this and keep you updated if there's any ruling before polls close tomorrow.
All right, Gila, thank you so much.